Hey, hi. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Goat Force Gaming channel, where we play the roguelikes and the roguelites every single time. Folks, it is tremendous to be back out here with you again, taking another look at Rabbit and Steel. This one has really grabbed my attention. I've been having a great time with it. If you're not familiar with Rabbit and Steel, this is a game that came out May 9th in early access, and it is a roguelike that combines the high-level MMO raid boss encounters that you love and spices them up with some bullet hell. And I'll tell you what, it is my opinion that this game is fun. We're also going to try going in with a trinket this time, a fluffy ball of cotton, soft to the touch and floats on the wind, will get ruffled if you take damage. I don't know what any of that means, but we're going to find out. That's the goal. We're also going with the Wizard class this time. Last time we were the Dancer. The Wizard is going to have a higher DPS due to the attacks, but as you're seeing, I stop in place when I do fire them off. That's the primary. And this is the secondary. And then we've got the special, of course, that does some pretty good damage. And then we've got two uses of the defensive before it's got to cool down for a while, 16 seconds. So let's see how we do here, folks. Regardless, we're going to have a good time because this is a fun game. Happy to be playing it again, and as predicted, it looks like we are already taking Bella down pretty quickly because of that higher damage on our primary. As I said last time, I have not played an MMO game ever. The closest I've been to a raid boss encounter would be some of the time I've spent with games like Diablo. You know, and managing the cooldowns and watching the health bar. But I was not a World of Warcraft player. Increases special damage by 20%. Your special will erase projectiles in a radius around you and grant brief invulnerability. I like that quite a bit because it turns our special into a defensive maneuver. Really like that. I mean, I like this too. We got some good stuff happening. Every 25 seconds, using your defensive will grant you invulnerability for 5 seconds and erase projectiles in a large radius around you. You know what? We're going to turn our special into a defensive capability. I like that quite a bit. Now, here's the question. Will the goat remember that the special is a defensive capability? That really is. That's truly the question that we're wanting to ask. So we've got to get in this circle. Okay. The only problem now is I'm hesitant to use the special, but I know we still need to. All right, one down already. Not bad. I'm feeling pretty good about this character class. I like the Dancer too, but yeah, it's nice to change it up and try something new. I'm doing some nasty hits with that primary. All right. Your defensive has a 30% larger radius and vulnerability effects last 1 second longer. I like that. This is really cool too. Every 10 seconds, fire a projectile at your targeted enemy that deals 50 damage and applies poison for 5 seconds. Now, if you were with us last time, we had something similar, but we had to remain in place without moving. This just happens by itself every 10 seconds. Yeah, we got to do it. We got to do it. Sometimes I can't get away from it, you know? But you're saying, go, you didn't look at the other two things. It's true. It's true. I didn't. I just kind of fell for this one. You know, sometimes when you know, you know. And it's just fate, right? Okay. I like how Rem moves around and kind of does a roll. Change it up. It's pretty interesting. I'm so glad that you don't take damage when you slam into them because it, happens a lot. DPS of 190, folks. Not bad, right? Oh, let's keep rocking here. What would be interesting is if we could make it so our cooldowns happen a lot faster. Erases projectiles around you and grants brief invulnerability, so that's the defensive. No longer places down a field. Damage of all abilities are increased by 20% at all times. Wow. Ability or loot effects that temporarily slow your movement no longer affect you. That would be an interesting combo, depending on the loot. So this will change the special. Secondary no longer deals damage, supercharges your special, or a change to the primary. So it'll go from 200 to 240, deals 240 damage at a small radius, slows movement when used, deals slightly more damage. You now gain flash strength when you use your defensive. Flash strength, your next primary deals 150% more damage. Interesting. So here's what I'd like to do with our 33 diamonds. I'd like to go with that, and I want to gang a level. All right. I think that was a good choice. Of course I'm going to say that, folks. I'm not going to tell you I made a bad choice. No, that's a lie. I own it. I would own it. Come on, if you know, you know. You've hung out here before. Now this is going to get tricky because of the whole slowdown thing when we're out there blasting, but I think that's going to be fine overall. All right. I love that poison arrow is flying out every 10 seconds. It is great to see it every time. We just got a confirmation there that the special does indeed wipe out the projectiles on the screen. It's pretty great, too. Okay, 215 DPS. How about it? Oh, now it's going to get interesting, isn't it? It's a binder. But we know we get released when the gigantic ball of death starts coming. Oh, gosh. All right. It's getting a little crowded out there. A little bit suspenseful, it seems. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. All right, we're going to get rid of some of these. Make getting around easier for a moment. Oh, my. Okay. Let's get over to here, and let's try to take her out with a special. There it is. Okay, hey, I'll cheers to that. Hope you got something great in your glass or cup out there. Mm-hmm. I like it when the coffee goes down smooth. It is in the afternoon, and I am having a cup of the cold stuff. Usually can't do the cold brew in the morning. I like it more in the afternoon or the evening. I like to start the day with a warm cup. I don't know about you. Always kind of been that way. Oh boy. All right, let's, oh man, this is not going to work out. Yeah. The depth of darkness calls, indeed. All right, we got to get over to here right away and hope that this works out. Okay. All right, see, we did it. We did it. We'll sit inside our globe of luck for a moment as well. All right, I'm gonna go down here. Okay, this looks like a safe spot for the moment. The best plans in this game seem to be the kind that change rapidly. Get inside the circle. Okay, well, you know what? We're only going to be inside the circle for a moment, and then here comes the bullets. But that's okay. Because our defense and our special are awesome for clearing. Well, I'm going to stay... Oh, maybe I'm not going to stay there. I'm going to go over here. All right. Sometimes it just works out. What does the cooldown look like on our special? We already have it back, so we must have multiple uses. Oh boy. All right. These are always interesting. There it goes. Perfect. Oh, so we get the special back pretty quickly, folks. Well, that's great. Pop that off. We'll do even more damage more often now. Good to know. 219 DPS. Feel good about that, too. All right, let's get something good here, right? Ooh, I see something that does bleed. Your primary inflicts bleed now. Holy moly. Oh, we gotta do it. You know I'm a fan of the bleed. Now we're up against an area boss. Okay. Well, let's see how this goes. I shall teach you. No, I'm gonna teach you. We're all gonna teach you. Begin with the basics. Yeah, okay. All right. I'll get inside the circle. We made it to the area boss last time, and if I recall correctly, it turned into a meeting with a bird. Alright, she's teaching us about the bind now. I'm not too worried as long as we can get out of this before... There we go. Alright. Get in the circle. Done. Say less. Okay, well... Let's go over here. And the problem is we're going to teleport. Oh, man. Well, things started out good, didn't they? All right, we got a teleport that's going to happen. And then another teleport that's going to happen. All right. Wow. Yeah, there are moments where there is just so much going on. Ooh, and you're trying to figure out, okay, so I teleport there, and then I'm going to teleport there, and then I'm going to get hit. I know, right? Right now I need more health. Okay, we've got another teleport that's going to happen. Oh, goodness. All right. You know what? I want to do another run. I think I want to play as the same character. I mean, we're making it to the area boss. I feel pretty good about that. All right, get ready. We're ready. Let's go this again. We'll go with the blue wizard rabbit. I don't think we've opened up any new trinkets, so I guess we'll stick with the floof ball, right? Well, let's do it. My goal is to try all of the classes, and if you are enjoying these videos, I'm happy to keep playing this game. I think it's fun. I think eventually I'm going to have to try the multiplayer, and I'm supposed to do that with a buddy very soon here. I think it's going to be fun. But if you're having a good time, do me a favor. Hit that like button. It'll help other people see this video and learn about the game at the same time, and how awesome our community is, right? You know it's true. Large full moon treasure. Love it. Bleed afflicted. So your secondary inflicts bleed. 20 damage for 5 seconds. Standing still will cause you to vanish for 5 seconds and resets your special. Disappear and evade attacks until you use an attack. That's kind of interesting in terms of the defensive capabilities. I like that quite a bit. What does this do? Every 10 seconds, vanish for 3 seconds and gain a brief speed boost when you use your special. Moderately increases movement speed. So this is every 10 seconds we're going to vanish. Huh. You know, I am thinking we go with this because this is going to be available every 8 seconds. Yeah, let's do that. So we simply have to stand still and it's activated and we can see the countdown right there. That's pretty neat. This game has a lot of cool stuff going for it, I have to say. Okay. Let's get this special going too. I think this vanish capability would have been super helpful in that area boss encounter. I don't really have to worry about it until I need it, and then I'll actively think about it a little bit more. But in these opening areas, you know, when they're not forcing us to teleport into giant balls of death, don't need it as much, right? Thankfully. You're like, I don't know if I agree with that, Goat. You know, we've seen the struggles. Hush. This is going to be fine, okay? All your abilities and loot deal 30% more damage. If you use your defensive, this effect ends until the end of battle. Well, you know, we are going to use our defensive eventually, but maybe not as often given the vanish capability we've got. So I see where they're going with it. Your secondary has a 30% chance of dealing an additional 2 blows, dealing 50 damage each. 30% chance. Your primary's GCD has a 50% chance to be a 0.8 seconds. Oh, the cooldown. Instead of its normal amount. Whoa, wow. 50% chance? We're going with that. That old GCD, you know? Okay. Alright, so now we gotta worry about knockbacks. That 50% just popped off. That's pretty cool. You'll notice with how fast it pops off again when it triggers. There it goes. That is cool. That's gonna help with DPS for sure. I'm going to fire off the special that time. Oh, I like that. All right. Looking good. Looking really good. So what do we got out here? Deals 100 damage in a small radius near the target. GCD is shortened, but damage is reduced. Size of blast is also reduced. So this is attractive, kind of, because that basically gives it rapid fire, where 50% of the time it's going to pop off again. Huh. It's tempting, right? I think we're going to go with that. We're going to see how this works out. Yes, it's less damage, but as we level up, that's going to help combat that. I don't know. You know what? Hey. We're out here doing science, folks. Look, this might be good. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what happens out there. It's still more damage than the Dancer did as well, if you recall. Occasionally we're going to get a crit, right? Yeah, I think the health is falling. I mean, DPS will tell the whole story, right? But this is looking pretty okay so far. As long as we can find a safe spot for a minute, I can just kind of plink away with the primaries. The gravity keeps forcing me down. You know, because that's how gravity works, right? All right. I really like that we've got that constant countdown on the vanish. All right, this is great. Another level up. And now we're going to be bound, which is just fine. Oh God. Okay. All right. We're going to go ahead and use the defensive real quick. It's funny because, you know, I'm popping shots off so fast now that we get that vanish capability, and, you know, as soon as it triggers, I'm turning it off because of the shot use. Oh boy, gotta be careful out here. I feel like if we could add bleed or poison to this primary, that'd be pretty stellar. I keep forgetting to look at the DPS information too. All right, let's get inside the circle. Oop. It's not. Okay. Let's get over here for a moment and... Perfect. Yeah, we can just go heavy-handed and sit here and blast away. I think we're situated pretty well. I'm going to get down here, given the impending doom. And we'll take advantage of that vanish. That worked out super well. We'll start blasting away again. Secrets are beyond you. I understand. All right, let's take advantage of this vanish. Tremendous. That was an excellent capability. I figured that was going to pay off in a big way. All right, well, we want to be inside that circle, but we're just going to take advantage of the vanish here. Awesome. And we're right back to it. Okay, let's get over here, and we will stay vanished too. That'll help with that. I am going to take a look at the DPS this time. I'm sure it's going to be less because I'm not firing as often, wanting to use the whole vanish deal. Oh! Just saw the giant ball of death. Alright. I'm gonna let the... Oh! I was gonna say, I'm gonna let the vanish do its thing. And then there we were, teleported before it was ready. Okay. Speaking of... Now we are getting close here. So DPS of 151. I don't hate that. Maybe we'll get something that'll amp up this primary for us a little bit more. Your primary is 40% more powerful, but gains a cooldown of 3 seconds. Also slightly reduces movement speed. Yeah, it's not great. Increases special damage by 20%. Your special will erase projectiles. Okay, so we had that one before. Every 18 seconds grants Elegy to all allies, where they're going to deal 30% more damage. Breaks if you take damage twice. Starts battle on cooldown. Well, what we need is a reroll. That's what we need. I think I'm leaning towards this. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, here we go. So we get all our health back before we take on the area boss. Twily, in this case. First, something easy. Okay, thanks. Going easy on us to begin here. We'll take advantage of Vanish when we can, for sure. I was going to say, I know they're going to hit us with those falling energy blocks when they can. But Vanish certainly helps with this. Okay, and I think Vanish is going to save our butt along the way. Okay. Alright, so we are in the circle. And we've got 2 teleports coming up, but Vanish is going to pop on. Right? I think. Maybe not. Maybe I was looking at that wrong. It kind of all happens so fast, and there's all these things popping off at once, but that's also part of the charm of this game and the challenge. It's just, you know, trying to keep track of all the craziness. I kind of love it. All right, so now we've got these interesting teleports that are going to happen. And we are vanished currently. Come on, vanish. There we go. Okay, we'll just pop on up here. And we're going to teleport twice. Oh, wow. I might go up here a little bit. And now we're gonna head down. Until they force us with the teleport, right? Okay. You know, while we're vanished, we'll just... Whoa. So the special does not eliminate the big energy balls. And we are in the circle for now. Oh. Folks, this game continues to be tremendous. I wish I was a little bit better at it. But if you are enjoying these videos and you'd like to see me maybe do a better job of dodging projectiles, maybe not, we don't know. We've got different classes to choose from. At some point, I would imagine we're going to open up different types of trinkets, which is fun and interesting as well. If you'd like to see a continuation of that, I'm happy to play more because, quite honestly, I'm going to play more anyways. I think it's a great time. I'm having a good time with it. So, let's do this again sometime soon. We'll get together out here. We'll play a roguelike or a roguelite, because that's what we do every time, and we'll give away a video game at least once a week. We can do that because of support from folks like you. So thank you. Thank you for that. You take care out there. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you again next time.